from his studios in New York, it's time for Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where sports meets life. Here's your host, Dan Tortora.
Welcome here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on wakeupcalldt.com, your one-stop sports shop, and on mixlr.com/wakeupcalldt. We've had a jam-packed morning this morning. Obviously, with travel this week, we had to shift gears a little bit with Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora's live broadcast, so I appreciate you all ad-libbing with me, but you had an opportunity here on Saturday. You know, Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora is Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time on mixlr.com/wakeupcalldt and on wakeupcalldt.com, but you got to have a different schedule this week. And on Saturday, here on Saturday, March 16th, you get a double header. So you just heard from the likes of Virginia, North Carolina, Florida State, and Syracuse from the ACC tournament. From my work in Charlotte, you got to hear from the players. And now on this broadcast, this live broadcast of Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, you're going to get the opportunity to hear from the West Genesee Wildcats as I surprise the team coming back from the ACC tournament, flying back in yesterday morning, getting in my car, driving straight to Binghamton from Syracuse, and making it to the game to see this West Genesee Wildcats boys basketball team take on such a big game. Take on Niagara Falls. There's lots to talk about. and to get the victory over Niagara Falls on the road in Binghamton at the arena. Just an amazing opportunity, and I want to thank the entire team for all of their positivity, all of their support. When they came off the floor at halftime, you know, the guys were coming over to me and shaking my hand and how you doing, sir, and whatnot, and it's just absolutely amazing. And the way that the team treats me, from head coach Fred Kent to the players, I can't thank you enough. You know, they treat you like family. So a big shout out to each and every single one of the guys. Definitely worth every single inch of the trip to get down to see this team, this West Genesee boys basketball team, face off in the Class AA State Final Four against Niagara Falls, a game which they won 59-57. They were up by double digits in the third quarter, and then everything got close, and everything got a little bit nervy there. And we're going to talk with three representatives of the team this morning. That is going to be the head coach, Fred Kent, as well as Will Amica will be joining the show, and Luke Sutherland this morning will each be joining me to speak on their take of the game here, and I'm very excited about that. So we're broadcasting a live special featuring West Genesee Wildcats boys basketball head coach Fred Kent, Will Amica, and Luke Sutherland. And you can tune into that, obviously, right here on mixlr.com/wakeupcalldt and on wakeupcalldt.com's homepage, where the MixLR feed is embedded. And just so you all know, you can listen in to these shows after the fact as well by going to our archive. If you go to wakeupcalldt.com, right there on the homepage, you'll be able to see the archive, and the archive is right there. It says Wake Up Call archived episodes are available on demand here, and we have the RSS feed, Stitcher, Spotify, Podbean, TuneIn, iTunes, and YouTube. There's other avenues as well that you can have to listen into the show, so make sure you take us up on that and listen in. And if you scroll a little bit down farther on the homepage, it'll say listen in to the latest specials and episodes from Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, and that will have the last 10 broadcasts that I have added here to the feed that you can listen to. So definitely check it out and make sure that you bookmark and become a member and stay close to wakeupcalldt.com at all times. So thank you so much for tuning in to today's broadcast ahead of the Class AA State Championship game that West Genesee has advanced to. The West Genesee Wildcats tremendous. I've had such a great time sitting down with them and speaking with them over the last couple of years at the Wildcat Sports Pub. I want to thank the Wildcat for all the love and support that they have. I want to thank the West Genesee community. I want to thank Camillus and Marcellus and Syracuse and all the surrounding areas, all of the alumni, the parents, the grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, the brothers and sisters, girlfriends, boyfriends, siblings, I said brothers and sisters, so I just said that twice, but to everybody that's out there that supports West Genesee, thank you so much, because the community of West Genesee, for everything that we try to do with West Genesee, it's not possible without each and every single one of you supporting what we're doing. So thank you so much for your love and support, and thank you for your time and for all of your kind words and for listening in this morning and for all that you do. So let me say thank you first and foremost before we go anywhere with anything here right now. So thank you a million times over. And with that being said, like I had stated earlier here, we're going to have a trio on the broadcast this morning for this West Genesee special as the West Genesee Wildcats get set for their state championship game. The rights to say that they are the best team in the state of New York for Class AA is coming up here tonight, Saturday, March 16th at 9 p.m. in Binghamton. I will be there. I hope you will be too. And I want to start off the conversations here with head coach Fred Kent. This is what Fred had to say about the nerve-wracking finish and his heart rate at the time.
Yeah, a little bit. We don't need that at my age. We don't need that. But, speaking of heart, I love these kids, and I'm just happy for them. And these guys, they're the cardiac kids, to put it in a hard term. Got to make things interesting all the time.
Free throws, obviously, we know matter, and one of them did drop for you, so it forced them to have to shoot that three at the end.
Yeah. Jack is actually like a 1 or 2 on our team in free throw shooting percentage, and I don't know what happened there, but he made enough of them. He made enough of them, I guess.
And when you have that lead at the half, 32-31, just what you could say about having that advantage and then coming out the way that you did in the third quarter.
I was glad we were up 1, but I kind of felt we lost momentum because they scored right before the buzzer, and I thought, the 3 we took with like 8 seconds left, we could have waited a little bit. If we did wait, they wouldn't have gotten that shot. They missed the first one, but it all worked out.
When you look at that third quarter, just what you could say about how important, how crucial that was to get to where you were at that point.
Oh, that was crucial. I thought we did a good job just of scoring some in the paint. I thought Will attacked their pressure a couple times, which was huge. And, Jack made some putbacks, and Luke, I thought, had a big third quarter, so it was key.
When they were attacking and making some of those shots, Will was coming down and pressing right away and forcing them to foul. Just what you could say about the importance of him getting down there and getting them in foul trouble.
Oh, it's huge. 14, Montgomery. He's only 6'2", but he plays much bigger. So, I think he drew 3 fouls on. Will drew 3 fouls on 14 alone, and 0 a couple times too. So that was huge. And I thought they got tired because they had to guard Amica full court. Thought they got tired. It hurt their legs too.
Will took a tumble there when he tried to dunk the ball. Just what you can say, another heart-stopping moment.
Yeah, I always tease him about his dunking, and that's the one time I've seen him miss in a game. I thought he got hit pretty hard. It shows you how tough a kid he is to bounce back. I don't even know if I've fallen in the driveway a couple times and refused to shovel for 2 days. He falls down and he's back playing basketball. So
what was the conversation on the sideline? Because he was only out for a couple minutes.
Yeah, I told him, I said, wait till you're ready. Like, I know you want to go in, but just give yourself an extra breath. And Coach Pascal was right there with him, told him to sit. And when he was ready, he went to the table. Just as simple as that. We needed him. We needed him in the game.
You told these guys at the beginning of the season that this could be something special. You just had that feeling. Now you're playing for a Class AA state championship.
Pinch me. You say that stuff and you don't realize, what it takes to get there and what you go through to get there. And now we're here. It's just, it's awesome. It's awesome.
You said that no matter what happened, you guys are going to have the opportunity to come down, play a game, be in the hotel, enjoy that time together. Just what you could say about the time together. Obviously, the celebration. Yeah. There's a little celebration now, and then you got another game ahead of you. But just what you could say about getting more time with these guys, no matter what happened.
You know, we decided actually to stay home. The more we looked at it, because we played at 5, we weren't sure of the schedule, so we actually drove down today. Kids got out of school after 4th period, and we don't play till 9 o'clock tomorrow night, so we're going to go home again. We're going to sleep in our own beds, have a shoot around 11:30, watch a little film, and board the bus at like 4:30 and come down.
What are some words to describe these boys?
Love, trust, togetherness. You know, it's not just about the Amicas, the Sutherlands, the McLeans, the Dazinskis. There's guys, you know, like Josiah Albright, Tyler Cook, Max Smith, Eric Lubner, the guys that don't even, you know, get into a lot of these games. Sam Gallagher, who just are into the game. Dan Benetti, they're cheering and they're involved and they're engaged. John Benson played great for us today. Like everybody we've had teams in the past where people, if they weren't happy with their role, they kind of were introverted themselves. And this team, they care. Even if they're not playing, they care about the guys that are playing, and that's huge. We never had that before, and I think that's so key.
They were up by 1, as we talked about, 32-31. As they were coming off the court, they said to each other, "We got this." Yeah. In the last game, when they were playing from behind, they said, "We got this." And you and I have talked about the fact that no matter what happens, they come over to you and say, "Coach, we got it."
Yeah. I don't usually believe them, but I'm starting to. You know, it's confidence in each other and trust, and it's that positive outlook that these guys have. I've learned from them. Like, you just got to be positive and find a way to get there, and they're really good at that, better than me.
This is a wake-up call, fast break.
The Wildcat Sports Pub in Camillus, New York is located on 3680 Milton Avenue in the Home Depot Plaza. It is your family-friendly sports bar and restaurant. Folks, some sports bars aren't family-friendly. Some family-friendly restaurants are not sports bars. The Wildcat Sports Pub in Camillus, New York is proud to be both. It is that marriage that you've been looking for years. The Wildcat Sports Pub is your home base for your sports bar and restaurant needs, games for the kids, indoor and outdoor activities, and enough things on the menu to come back every single week and get to try something new. They're open Sundays from noon to 8 p.m., Monday through Wednesday 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Thursday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to midnight. For reservations and party information, call 315-487-2222 for the Wildcat family-friendly sports pub and restaurant. Welcome back here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on wakeupcalldt.com, your one-stop sports shop, and on mixlr.com/wakeupcalldt for this special West Genesee Wildcats boys basketball broadcast here with my conversations with head coach Fred Kent, Will Amica, and Luke Sutherland, all joining the show coming out of the state Final Four with a 59-57 victory over Niagara Falls and heading into the state championship game against Brentwood. This is what Will Amica had to say after we got to speak with one another following the game, that where we start off is the 32-31 halftime lead that they had. Just what made him believe up by 1 at halftime?
We just know that when we stick together, we can do big things. And we knew that if we stick together during this, we could win the game.
What was it about the first half that you felt like you had it going into halftime?
I mean, there's a lot of ups and downs in the first half, but we felt that we weren't playing up to what we could, and we knew that we was going to play better. So that's why we was confident.
Taking over in the third quarter and getting a double-digit lead, just what you could say how important it was that third quarter.
That was everything. The third quarter was the game. Coach Kent told us that we had to come out strong in the third quarter, and that's what we did.
Coach said that he has not seen you miss a dunk, but the one that you missed, you went down very hard. Just bring me into what happened there.
I stole the ball, and I seen a pass to the hoop, so I tried to dunk, but I had landed on top of him, and I landed on my tailbone, and then that's what happened.
How are you feeling now?
It's sore, but I'm good. I'm going to be good for tomorrow.
I spoke with Coach Kent, and he said that he told you, I know you want to go out there right away, but give yourself some time until you're ready.
Yeah.
You came out just a couple minutes later. Just the importance for you to get back on the court.
I knew I had to. I knew I had to get back on the court. For us to win, I had to take care of the ball. So I just had to suck it up and get on the court.
You attacked them and put them in a situation where they got into foul trouble. Just what you could say about after they had made some shots, you made sure that you attacked and went to the basket and commanded those fouls so you could get to the free throw line and put them in foul trouble.
We knew that if we inbounded the ball fast, they weren't getting back fast enough. So if we inbounded it, we could run on them. And we just did that and ran on them, and we matched their points for a little bit until we got some stops.
Free throws at the end. Jack was able to hit one of them.
Yep.
It's kind of tough. Coach said that the heart was beating a little bit there, but just what you could say about Jack hitting that final free throw, knowing that forced them to shoot a three at the end.
That's tough. My boy was clutch. He knew what he had to do. I just kept telling him once he was missing, I told him just keep your head, the next one gonna go in. And he shot it and he made it.
Your feelings playing for a Class AA state championship?
It's unbelievable. I can't even put it into words. It's crazy.
What was Coach's words after the game?
He just said we gotta move on from this fast and focus on this championship, get some rest, and then come back out here tomorrow.
Having the opportunity to come out here, you guys decided to stay at home, sleep in your own beds. You're going to go back home, sleep in your bed again, get a workout in, and come back down and play that game. Just what you could say about the importance of being able to sleep in familiar territory and then come back here.
We have it's kind of like our superstition. We like to get shots up early and then eat and then come to the gym and watch the game before and then play. And we're just going to stick to it because it's been working.
Just having this moment with these guys, finally, for me, just what this team means to you and just the brothers that you're playing with and playing for in this state championship.
These are all my brothers. I love them all. I especially want to get these seniors a state championship before they leave. So it means everything.
This is a wake-up call, fast break.
The Wildcat Sports Pub in Camillus, New York is located on 3680 Milton Avenue in the Home Depot Plaza. It is your family-friendly sports bar and restaurant. Folks, some sports bars aren't family-friendly. Some family-friendly restaurants are not sports bars. The Wildcat Sports Pub in Camillus, New York is proud to be both. It is that marriage that you've been looking for years. The Wildcat Sports Pub is your home base for your sports bar and restaurant needs, games for the kids, indoor and outdoor activities, and enough things on the menu to come back every single week and get to try something new. They're open Sundays from noon to 8 p.m., Monday through Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Thursday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to midnight. For reservations and party information, call 315-487-2222 for the Wildcat family-friendly sports pub and restaurant. Welcome back here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on wakeupcalldt.com, your one-stop sports shop, and on mixlr.com/wakeupcalldt. Honor and a privilege to be with you, as always, here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora's airwaves, and I can't thank you enough for tuning in to the show and being so dedicated to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, as well as being dedicated to wakeupcalldt.com and be able to listen, watch, read, and enjoy there, listen into the past shows, watch our videos, and obviously read our articles, over 500 articles on the website. The website is free, so if you're not on wakeupcalldt.com, you're insane. You got to go on the website, check it out. So many different things on there. Syracuse basketball, the Syracuse Stallions. We have Syracuse women's basketball, men's basketball. We have the football team. We also have, obviously, West Genesee and CNS and Liverpool and whatnot. We have all the companies we're proud to work with, and you can see more about each of them in the Central New York tab. There's so many different things that are on there. There's our connections to the RSS feed. the TuneIn app, as well as iTunes, YouTube, Podbean, Stitcher, and Spotify to listen into the show. So make sure you're on wakeupcalldt.com. We are inside a West Genesee special. I had the opportunity, the blessing, to travel down to Binghamton and see this West Genesee boys basketball team continue their run this season. They're absolutely amazing and tremendous brotherhood run, doing things together and coming all the way to the state Final Four and being in that game against Niagara Falls, getting up by double digits in the third quarter, and ultimately winning the game 59-57 as they move forward in the Class AA state championship game today, Saturday, March 16th at 9 p.m. in Binghamton, New York. Huge, huge opportunity for the Wildcats to claim the state title as the best team in New York State. Insane opportunity, big blessing, and a shout out to every single one of the guys on the team and the coaching staff, of course, Fred Kent, the head coach, and to everybody in the athletics department of West Genny, to West Genesee High School, to the Wildcat Sports Pub, to all the supporters. Thank you so much. My final piece of the trio this morning is Luke Sutherland. Him and I have had an opportunity to speak many times over the last few seasons, and when he came off the court, not only did he see me and smile, but he shook my hand and kind of fell into me and gave me a hug and just shook his head and was like, wow. And those are the moments that you live for. It's not just a broadcaster talking to a player. It's a friend talking to a friend. So here's Luke Sutherland, and this is what he had to say about Jack's free throw that made it 59-57.
You know, I mean, it would have been nice to get all of them, but he hit the one that really mattered, you know what I mean, 2-point cushion. And he's a great kid. He's confident. He knows how to keep his head. He knew that miss or make, we still had another possession to play, and he wasn't going to let the misses. He was the first one to tell him. I walk up to him, you good? He's like, I'm fine. So he stepped up. He hit that shot, huge shot. So, I mean, I'm just super excited for him. That was awesome.
32-31, you guys were up at the half, and your teammates were coming off saying, we got this. What created that belief with the game that close that you guys would have it in the second half?
You know, because we just knew, like, everything we've been through as a team, this last couple games, we battle. You know what I mean? What you see from us is from start to finish, like, we're going to give you our best. Our third and fourth quarter are typically our best quarters. So we knew that we were up one. We felt good. A couple little, like, miscommunications on the defensive end. We'd probably be up 10 at half. So we knew that game was ours down the stretch, so we just had to stay confident. We came out playing our game.
The third quarter, you guys were able to get up by double digits. Just what you could say about the importance of that third quarter.
I mean, it was huge. That was the run that kind of put us in front. We felt comfortable, maybe a little bit too comfortable because they made that little run, but that kind of gave us that cushion, confident knowing that this game's ours. Like, it's our game to lose at that point. So that kind of gave us, like, said, like, we got to keep timeout, and we kind of said, like, we got to keep timeout, and we kind of said, like, we got to keep timeout, and we kind of said, like, we got to keep timeout, and we kind of said, like, we got to keep timeout, and we kind of said, like, we got to keep going. You know what I mean? So,
do you ever get rattled? Did the team get rattled at all when they hit two of those shots?
No, because, I mean, like I said, we've been in 100 of these situations. We like playing them close. You know, we like those close games. I think we do it on purpose at this point. But, I mean, we've been in those situations. We know that no matter what shot, we got another possession to play. So that's kind of the mentality, play by play.
They made some shots where Will came down immediately. He said they weren't setting up quick enough, so he took it right at him and put them into foul trouble, put himself on the line. Just what you could say about the importance of him attacking to create those fouls.
When they weren't doubling, we told Will to go because they weren't back. They were shading because they were shading heavy on one side for some reason. So when they didn't double that one side, we told Will just to go because the lane was clear. They didn't have anyone really big enough to contest. So if Will had the lane, we told him to go every single time.
Oh, my God.
And to see, I mean, Coach Kent said that he doesn't think he's ever seen Will miss a dunk in a game. But this one that he missed, he ends up contacting, going down hard, and falling on his tailbone. Just what you could say as a team you were thinking in that moment when we saw him sky up and come down.
I mean, it was scary. Like, that fall, I didn't really know what really hit because it was all happening quick. I didn't really see what happened. I saw him on the ground, and he was still on the ground when the plane came back. I was a little worried, but he's a tough kid. I hit his back on the table. I don't even know it. He got back up. He got back in the game. That's unbelievable. Tough player.
Coach had told him, go back he's like, I know you want to go in right away, but go back when you feel like you can. He was in just a couple minutes later. Just what you could say about the importance of, you know, him showing that to the rest of you guys, because I know this is a family, it's a brotherhood, and he wanted to be on the floor.
Absolutely. this is the biggest game of the year. Like, that game at that time was a championship for us. That's how we played that. Yeah. And Will knew that. Like, any guy in that court was not staying out of that game, no matter how hurt. I don't know how he's feeling right now. I didn't really get to see him, but I'm sure he's hurting a little bit more. But in that game, no one's gonna stay out that game. That was just it was wild, man. I don't even.
He said that he wanted to get the state championship. Obviously, everybody wants to get the state championship, but he talked about he wants this for you guys, for the seniors. There's guys that are coming back that'll have opportunities. Everybody wants to win this state championship. For you, though, this is it. Every game that you get to have one more extends West Genesee for you. So just what you could say about this being your swan song and it being in the state championship.
I mean, it's an incredible opportunity. I mean, not every day you get to end your senior season on a state championship. So, I mean, I'm blessed for that. You know what I mean? I'm forever grateful for this team. I'm forever grateful for the opportunity, and we just got to come through and hope we can end this on a really positive note. So, I mean, regardless whether, obviously that state championship would feel really good, but regardless of what happens, this is a family, and this is something I'll never forget.
This brotherhood, just what you can say, why this team never gives up, never says die. You believe in each other. It doesn't matter what the score is. It doesn't matter how the game looks. This is a team that seems destined to do something special.
We just want to do it for each other. You know what I mean? No one's selfish. No one's looking at it, and I want this for me. Everyone wants each other to succeed, and the state championship would put all of our names in something that will never really be forgotten. So, I mean, we all just play. We've been best as wins. We've been getting wins, and we just got to continue to do that.
That coming once again from Luke Sutherland. Luke Sutherland, a senior on this team. This is the last go-around, and the team doesn't want to say die. They're not going down. They are fighting all the way through this season. They are extending the season, and for somebody like Luke, it's the greatest feeling in the world because it's your last trip, it's your last try, it's your last attempt as a West Genesee Wildcat, so why not make it the best one of all? The state championship is tonight. It's Saturday, March 16th. It's going to be at 9 p.m. It's going to be down in Binghamton, New York. Just so everybody knows, because it gets confusing. Some people go to the Binghamton campus like me, so make sure that you go to the Floyd L. Maines Veterans Memorial Arena in Binghamton. That's the Floyd L. Maines Veterans Memorial Arena in Binghamton, New York, for the game tonight. Class AA State Championship game of New York starts at 9 p.m. Brentwood defeated Kingston 74-63, following West Genesee defeating Niagara Falls 59-57. West Genesee and Brentwood will fight for the rights to call themselves the best team in the state of New York. Class AA. It's happening tonight. I will be in Binghamton. You should be too. Please travel safely. And thank you to each and every single one of you. Your support has been tremendous. The West Genesee family, alumni, friends, enthusiasts, everyone in the West Genesee community has been amazing to me. So thank you. I look forward to seeing you all tonight. Please travel safely, and let's have some fun. West Genesee, Brentwood, state championship game happening here in Central New York, here in our area, with one of our teams. The opportunity is right there in front of them. West Genesee has fought to get here. They've never been out of any game. And you heard from head coach Fred Kent, Luke Sutherland, and Will Amica. They believe in each other. This is a family. This is a brotherhood. I give a lot of respect to Brentwood for getting here. I give a lot of respect to West Genesee for getting here. This is going to be one heck of a game, and I cannot tell you how proud and thankful and blessed by God that I am to be able to cover such a great team with such great people surrounding it and such great people within it. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Fred. Thank you to everybody on the team, everyone that's been on the show, and everyone that's yet to be on the show that I look forward to having on the show. I can't wait to come down to Binghamton today. So God bless you. Have a great trip. Do what you need to do. Get your shots in. Get your workout in. Hug each other. Love each other. Respect each other. And go get it. I'll talk with you all soon. This is Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora.